A warrior isn't born on the battlefield. A warrior is forged in the fires of daily life, tempered by challenges and sharpened by adversity. The mentality of a warrior isn't about aggression or dominance. It's about discipline, resilience, and unwavering commitment to your goals. Let me ask you this. How many times have you given up on something because it got too hard? How many dreams have you buried because someone told you they were impossible? How many times have you settled for less than you deserved because you were afraid to fight for more? That stops today, right here, right now. Because today we're going to unlock the secrets of the warrior mentality, and I promise you it will transform every aspect of your life. First, let's talk about discipline. A warrior understands that discipline isn't a punishment. It's a pathway to freedom. It's the bridge between your goals and your achievements. Without discipline, your dreams are just wishes floating in the wind. Discipline is waking up early when your body begs for more sleep. It's choosing the salad when your taste buds scream for pizza. It's hitting the gym when Netflix calls your name. It's working on your business when your friends invite you to party. But here's the thing about discipline. It's like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. And when you build that discipline muscle, you become unstoppable. You become the person who does what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel. Now, I can hear some of you thinking, Jim, that sounds hard. And you're right, it is hard. But let me tell you something. Hard is not the same as impossible. Hard is what makes it great. Hard is what makes it worth doing. You see, warriors don't shy away from hard. They lean into it. They understand that on the other side of hard is growth, is success, is the life they've always dreamed of. But discipline alone isn't enough. A warrior also needs resilience. Resilience is your ability to bounce back from setbacks, to stand up when life knocks you down. And believe me, life will knock you down. It will throw curveballs at you when you least expect them. It will test your limits and push you to the brink. The question is, what will you do when that happens? Will you crumble or will you rise? Will you give up or will you push forward? A warrior chooses to rise. A warrior understands that failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of success. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every obstacle is an opportunity to grow stronger, to become better. I want you to think about the last time you failed at something. How did you react? Did you beat yourself up? Did you throw in the towel? Or did you ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this to become better? That's the warrior mentality. It's not about never falling. It's about always getting back up. It's about using your failures as fuel for your future success. But here's the thing about resilience. It's not something you're born with. It's something you develop. It's a choice you make every single day. You choose to be resilient when you refuse to let a bad day turn into a bad week. You choose to be resilient when you keep pushing forward even when everything seems to be falling apart. And let me tell you, when you develop that resilience, when you cultivate that warrior mentality, you become unstoppable. You become the person who turns obstacles into opportunities, who turns setbacks into comebacks. Now let's talk about commitment. A warrior's commitment isn't just a promise, it's a covenant. It's not something you do when it's convenient. It's something you live by day in and day out. How many times have you started something with enthusiasm only to abandon it when the going got tough? How many New Year's resolutions have you made and broken? How many times have you said, I'll start on Monday, and Monday never comes? A warrior's commitment is different. A warrior commits not just with words, but with actions. A warrior understands that commitment means doing the thing you said you would do long after the mood you said it in has left you. Commitment is what gets you out of bed at 5 a.m. to work on your business when everyone else is sleeping. Commitment is what keeps you going when you're tired, when you're discouraged, when you feel like giving up. But here's the beautiful thing about commitment. It simplifies your life. When you're truly committed to something, you don't have to waste energy deciding whether or not you're going to do it. You just do it. It becomes as natural as breathing. And when you combine that unwavering commitment with discipline and resilience, you become unstoppable. You become a force of nature. You become a warrior in the truest sense of the word. Now, I can see some of you nodding your heads. You're starting to understand, but understanding isn't enough. Knowledge isn't power, it's potential power. The real power comes from action. So let me ask you this, what are you going to do differently after you leave here today? How are you going to implement the warrior mentality in your life? Are you going to hit the snooze button tomorrow morning, or are you going to jump out of bed ready to conquer the day? Are you going to make excuses for why you can't achieve your goals, or are you going to find reasons why you must? The choice is yours, but remember, every choice you make is shaping your future. Every decision you make is either moving you closer to your goals or further away from them. A warrior understands this. A warrior takes responsibility for their choices, for their actions, for their life. A warrior doesn't blame circumstances or other people for their situation. A warrior looks in the mirror and says, if it's to be, it's up to me. And that's where true power lies. When you take full responsibility for your life, you take control of your destiny. You stop being a victim of circumstance and start being the architect of your future. But here's the thing, responsibility can be scary. It means you can't blame anyone else if things don't work out. It means you have to face your fears, confront your weaknesses, and push yourself beyond your comfort zone. And that's exactly what a warrior does. A warrior doesn't run from fear. A warrior uses fear as fuel. A warrior doesn't hide from challenges. A warrior seeks them out, knowing that each challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger. Think about it. Have you ever achieved anything great without facing fear? Have you ever accomplished something significant without stepping out of your comfort zone? Of course not. Because greatness doesn't come from comfort. Success doesn't come from playing it safe. The life of your dreams isn't waiting for you inside your comfort zone. It's out there, beyond your fears, beyond your doubts, beyond your limitations. And the only way to reach it is to cultivate the mentality of a warrior. Now let's talk about focus. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, emails, notifications, they're all vying for your attention, all trying to pull you away from what's truly important. But a warrior understands the power of focus. A warrior knows that where focus goes, energy flows. And where energy flows, results show. So how do you develop that laser-like focus? It starts with clarity. You need to be crystal clear about what you want, about what's truly important to you. Because if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. Once you have that clarity, you need to guard your focus like a precious resource. Because that's exactly what it is. Your focus is the key to your success, to your happiness, to your fulfillment. That means learning to say no. No to distractions, no to time wasters, no to anything that doesn't align with your goals and values. It means setting boundaries both with others and with yourself. But it also means saying yes. Yes to opportunities that align with your goals. Yes to challenges that will help you grow. Yes to the hard work and dedication required to achieve your dreams. And here's the thing about focus, it compounds over time. Just like interest in a bank account, focus compounds and creates exponential results. The more you focus on what's important, the more results you'll see. And those results will fuel your motivation, which will increase your focus, which will lead to even greater results. It's a virtuous cycle, but it all starts with that decision to focus, to eliminate distractions, to keep your eyes on the prize. Now, let's talk about mindset. Your mindset is the lens through which you view the world. It shapes your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions, and ultimately it determines the results. A warrior cultivates a growth mindset. A warrior believes that abilities can be developed, that intelligence can be increased, that skills can be learned. A warrior sees challenges as opportunities to grow, not as threats to be avoided. This mindset is crucial because it determines how you handle obstacles and setbacks. When you have a fixed mindset, you see failures as definitive. You think I failed because I'm not good enough. But when you have a growth mindset, a warrior mindset, you think I failed because I haven't learned how to succeed yet. Do you see the difference? One leads to giving up. The other leads to pushing forward. One leads to stagnation. The other leads to growth. And here's the beautiful thing about mindset. You can change it. Your mindset isn't set in stone. It's a choice you make every single day. You can choose to see obstacles as insurmountable barriers, or you can choose to see them as stepping stones to success. You can choose to see criticism as a personal attack, or you can choose to see it as valuable feedback that can help you improve. You can choose to see your limitations as permanent, or you can choose to see them as temporary challenges to be overcome. The choice is yours, but remember, your choices shape your reality. Your mindset determines your outcomes. So I challenge you, start cultivating a warrior mindset today. Start seeing challenges as opportunities. Start viewing failures as lessons. Start believing in your ability to grow, to learn, to become better. Because when you do that, when you adopt that warrior mindset, you unlock your true potential. You tap into a wellspring of strength and resilience that you never knew you had. Now, let's talk about action. Because all the discipline, resilience, commitment, focus, and mindset in the world mean nothing without action. A warrior understands this. A warrior knows that thoughts and intentions are important, but it's action that changes things. Too many people get stuck in the planning phase. They're always getting ready to get ready. They're waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, the perfect circumstances. But here's the truth. There is no perfect moment. There is no perfect opportunity. There are no perfect circumstances. There's only now, this moment, this opportunity, these circumstances. A warrior doesn't wait for things to be perfect. A warrior takes imperfect action. Because imperfect action beats perfect inaction every single time. Think about it. How many opportunities have you missed because you were waiting for the perfect moment? How many dreams have you put on hold because the timing wasn't quite right? A warrior understands that the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. So a warrior acts now. A warrior starts now. A warrior takes that first step now, even if they can't see the whole staircase. Because here's the thing about action, it creates momentum. And momentum is a powerful force. Once you start moving, it becomes easier to keep moving. Once you start taking action, you start seeing results. And those results fuel your motivation, which leads to more action, which leads to more results. It's a beautiful cycle, but it all starts with that first step. It all starts with action. So I challenge you, what action can you take today, right now, to move closer to your goals? What small step can you take that will set the wheels in motion? Maybe it's making that phone call you've been putting off. Maybe it's writing the first page of that book you've always wanted to write. Maybe it's signing up for that course that will teach you the skills you need. Whatever it is, do it now. Take that action now, because that's what a warrior does. A warrior doesn't wait for the perfect moment. A warrior creates the perfect moment through action. Now, let's talk about fear. Fear is a natural human emotion. It's hardwired into our brains as a survival mechanism. But here's the thing, in our modern world, most of our fears aren't about physical survival. They're about emotional discomfort. We're afraid of failure, of rejection, of looking foolish, of stepping out of our comfort zone. And these fears can paralyze us. They can keep us stuck, keep us playing small, keep us from reaching our full potential. But a warrior has a different relationship with fear. A warrior understands that fear is not a stop sign. It's a green light. It's not a barrier, it's a doorway to growth. You see, fear is often a signal that you're on the right track. If your goals don't scare you a little bit, they're probably not big enough. If your dreams don't make you a little uncomfortable, you're probably not dreaming big enough. A warrior leans into that fear. A warrior uses fear as fuel, because on the other side of fear is growth. On the other side of fear is success. On the other side of fear is the life you've always dreamed of. So the next time you feel fear creeping in, I want you to pause, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? And then ask, what's the best that could happen? More often than not, you'll find that the potential rewards far outweigh the risks. You'll find that the growth you'll experience, the lessons you'll learn, the person you'll become by facing your fears is worth far more than the temporary discomfort of stepping out of your comfort zone. And here's the beautiful thing about facing your fears. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. It's like a muscle that gets stronger with use. The more you push yourself beyond your comfort zone, the more your comfort zone expands. So I challenge you, what fear can you face today? What bold action can you take that scares you a little bit? Because that's where growth happens. That's where success happens. That's where life happens. Now, let's talk about perseverance. A warrior understands that success is not a sprint. It's a marathon. It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. Too many people give up just when they're on the brink of success. They put in the work for a while, but when they don't see immediate results, they throw in the towel. They start strong but fizzle out when the going gets tough. But a warrior perseveres. A warrior understands that success takes time. It takes consistent effort. It takes showing up day after day, even when you don't feel like it, even when you can't see the results yet. Think about bamboo. When you plant a bamboo seed, nothing happens for the first year. You water it, you nurture it, but you see no results. The second year, still nothing. The third year, fourth year, still nothing visible above the ground. But all that time, the bamboo is developing a complex root system underground. And then in the fifth year, the bamboo suddenly shoots up 90 feet in just 6 weeks. Success often works the same way. You put in the work, you develop your skills, you build your network, you refine your strategies. And for a long time, you might not see visible results. But all that time, you're building a foundation for success. And then seemingly overnight, everything comes together. You hit that tipping point. You achieve that breakthrough, but it wasn't overnight at all. It was the result of years of persistent effort. A warrior understands this. A warrior doesn't give up when things get tough. A warrior doesn't quit when results are slow to come. A warrior perseveres, knowing that every effort, every action, every decision is bringing them one step closer to their goals. So I ask you, where in your life do you need to persevere? Where have you been tempted to give up because you're not seeing results fast enough? Remember the bamboo. Remember that success often comes after the moment you're most tempted to quit. Now, let's talk about vision. A warrior without a vision is like a ship without a destination. You might be moving, but you're not going anywhere specific. Your vision is your North Star. It's what guides you when times get tough. It's what keeps you going when obstacles arise. It's what helps you make decisions, set priorities, and stay focused. But here's the thing about vision: it needs to be big. It needs to be bold. It needs to be so exciting that it gets you out of bed in the morning, so compelling that it keeps you going when you feel like giving up. Too many people set small goals because they're afraid of disappointment. They play it safe because they're afraid of failure. But a warrior thinks big. A warrior dreams big. A warrior sets goals that scare them a little bit. Because here's the truth. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Your beliefs shape your reality. Your vision determines your destination. So I challenge you, what's your big vision? What's that audacious goal that excites you and scares you at the same time? What's that dream that you've been afraid to voice because it seems too big, too impossible? Make it concrete. Make it specific. Because a vague vision leads to vague results. But a clear, compelling vision, that's what fuels a warrior's journey. Now, once you have that vision, you need to break it down into actionable steps. A warrior understands that you can't eat an elephant in one bite. You need to break it down into small, manageable pieces. Set milestones, create a plan, but remember, the plan is just a roadmap. It's not set in stone. A warrior is flexible, adaptable. A warrior adjusts the plan as needed, but never loses sight of the ultimate vision. And here's the thing about vision: it's not just about what you want to achieve. It's about who you want to become. Because the journey of achieving your vision will transform you. It will challenge you, test you, and ultimately will make you into the person capable of living that vision. So when you're crafting your vision, don't just think about what you want to have. Think about who you need to become to achieve that vision. What habits do you need to develop? What skills do you need to acquire? What mindset do you need to cultivate? Because the journey of a warrior isn't just about achieving external success. It's about internal growth. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. Now, let's talk about adversity. A warrior understands that adversity is not the enemy. Adversity is the gym where warriors are made. It's the forge where warriors are tempered. Too many people try to avoid adversity. They run from challenges. They shrink in the face of obstacles. But a warrior welcomes adversity. A warrior seeks out challenges because a warrior knows that's where growth happens. Think about it. Have you ever achieved anything significant without facing adversity? Have you ever grown as a person without overcoming challenges? Of course not, because it's in those moments of adversity that we discover what we're truly capable of. It's in those moments of challenge that we develop our strengths, our skills, our character. So the next time you face adversity, I want you to shift your perspective. Instead of thinking, why is this happening to me? Think, what can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger? Because here's the truth, life doesn't get easier. You get stronger. And that's strength. That's what makes you a warrior. Now, let's talk about discipline again, but from a different angle. We've discussed discipline in terms of doing what needs to be done, but there's another aspect of discipline that's equally important. The discipline of the mind. A warrior understands that the biggest battles are fought in the mind. Your thoughts shape your beliefs. Your beliefs shape your actions. And your actions shape your reality. So a warrior practices mental discipline. A warrior guards their thoughts, knowing that negative thoughts lead to negative outcomes. A warrior cultivates positive self-talk, not as a form of delusion, but as a tool for motivation and empowerment. When you face a challenge, what's your internal dialogue? Do you tell yourself, I can't do this. It's too hard. Or do you say, this is difficult, but I can handle it. I'll find a way. The difference between these two mindsets is the difference between giving up and pushing through. It's the difference between failure and success. But mental discipline isn't just about positive thinking. It's also about focus. It's about training your mind to stay present, to stay focused on what's important, to resist the constant distractions of the modern world. This takes practice. It takes effort. But the rewards are immense. When you can control your mind, when you can direct your thoughts, when you can maintain your focus in the face of distractions and challenges, you become unstoppable. So I challenge you, start practicing mental discipline today. Watch your thoughts. Guard your mind. Train your focus. Because the mind of a warrior is a powerful weapon, and like any weapon, it needs to be honed and sharpened. Now, let's talk about community. A warrior understands the power of community. A warrior knows that while the journey might be individual, success is rarely achieved alone. Surround yourself with other warriors. Find people who share your values, who support your dreams, who challenge you to be better. Because you become like the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. A warrior constantly seeks growth, constantly looks for opportunities to learn, to be challenged, to be pushed. But community isn't just about what you can get. It's also about what you can give. A true warrior lifts others up. A true warrior shares their knowledge, their experience, their strength with others. Because here's the truth, the more you give, the more you grow. The more you help others, the more you help yourself. It's not just about karma or what goes around comes around. It's about the growth you experience, the skills you develop, the character you build when you contribute to others. So I challenge you, how can you build a community of warriors around you? How can you contribute to others on their journey? Because in lifting others, you lift yourself. Now, as we near the end of our time together, I want to talk about legacy. A warrior thinks beyond themselves. A warrior thinks about the impact they'll leave on the world. What mark will you leave? What will people say about you when you're gone? What difference will you have made in the lives of others? These are big questions, I know, but they're important questions because when you start thinking about your legacy, it changes how you live today. It changes the decisions you make, the actions you take, the person you become. A warrior lives with purpose. A warrior understands that life is short and that every day is an opportunity to make a difference, to move closer to your goals, to become a better version of yourself. So I ask you, what's your purpose? What's the impact you want to have? What's the legacy you want to leave? And here's the beautiful thing. Your legacy isn't just about some distant future. Your legacy is being written right now with every choice you make, with every action you take. So choose wisely, act with intention, live with purpose, because that's what a warrior does. As we come to the close of our time together, I want to leave you with this thought. The mentality of a warrior isn't something you're born with. It's something you choose. It's something you cultivate. It's something you practice every single day. It's about discipline, doing what needs to be done regardless of how you feel. It's about resilience, bouncing back from setbacks, using failures as fuel for future success. It's about commitment, staying true to your goals, your values, your vision, even when it's difficult. It's about focus, directing your energy towards what truly matters, eliminating distractions. It's about mindset, believing in your ability to grow, to learn, to become better. It's about action, taking imperfect action, creating momentum, moving forward even when you can't see the whole path. It's about facing your fears, using fear as a compass pointing towards growth. It's about perseverance, pushing through challenges, never giving up on your dreams. It's about vision, dreaming big, setting audacious goals, becoming the person capable of achieving those goals. It's about embracing adversity, seeing challenges as opportunities for growth. It's about mental discipline, guarding your thoughts, cultivating positive self-talk, maintaining focus. It's about community, surrounding yourself with other warriors, lifting others up as you climb. And it's about legacy, living with purpose, making a difference, leaving your mark on the world. This is the mentality of a warrior, and it's available to each and every one of you. So I challenge you, starting today, choose to be a warrior. Choose to embrace this mentality. Choose to live with discipline, resilience, commitment. Choose to face your fears, to persevere in the face of challenges, to dream big and take action towards those dreams. Because when you do, when you truly embody the mentality of a warrior, you become unstoppable. You become capable of achieving things you never thought possible. You become the architect of your own destiny. And that, my friends, is a life worth living. That is a journey worth taking. That is a battle worth fighting. So go forth, warriors. Your battlefield waits. Your victory is calling. Your legacy is waiting to be written. The choice is yours. What will you do with it? Thank you.